January 2026, a year full of potential and hope for what can come. With not even 2 weeks passing, another Roblox ASYM has gotten into drama and has been cancelled. If you have no idea what I'm referring to, Outcome Memories, a Sonic-themed ASYM, had a whole situation about the devs getting exposed for hating to work with another one. Basically a whole situation that could have been resolved without being brought to the public completely. Shortly after this, more drama happened, causing the eventual scrapping of the game completely. A game that many people love destroyed in a month, to reasons that could have been prevented. With this situation happening so fast in 2026, I started to think about why it feels like ASYMs suffer from so much drama compared to other games. To answer these questions, I have a few possible reasons that could relate to what raises these games' chances of drama, and to start off, we're going to go with the darkest one. While it is no surprise that a lot of children play Roblox, these same children are sometimes the ones creating and becoming devs for these games. While in theory this is okay, the problem occurs when the devs grow up into adults, and since they have been in these communities for so long, they cannot set boundaries for themselves like a regular adult should. There's been countless stories of Roblox devs being weirdos and freaks, and I believe them growing up in these communities is what causes them to believe that they're no way wrong, since they've always acted the same before becoming an adult, but the line blurs for them, which is the problem. I do not want to repeat the same horror stories you've all heard about dev teams being exposed, or at least owners, but I'm sure once I brought this up, you had at least one in your mind. Once a game gets a grooming accusation, or worse, then the window to respond to these appropriately is very small. I don't want the video to get too dark and focus on this aspect, but if you played Roblox for basically any time at all, you know exactly what I'm saying. So anyone listening, please, when you become an adult, realize that even though you may feel the same and act the same in these communities, it is your responsibility to place boundaries, and you can't say/share the same things you might have before. Following the theme of dev ages, a big problem is that some of these teams are run by straight up children, and they have no idea what to do sometimes. This is shown wonderfully by the Outcome Memory situation, where the whole team didn't really like one person, and a YouTuber started a witch hunt against them for basically no reason. They never did anything that warranted this, and everyone involved in this situation had horrible responses. This whole thing felt like a friend group falling out, which should not be reflected for a game's team. As a result, a lot of people have pulled their characters from the game, making it a shell of what it's been, and the game has been cancelled. Sobi, who is the owner, is only 17 and had so much pressure from many sources, which created all the problems you see. The issue here is that these people aren't fit to manage a game, or if anything, at least the public part of it. If you are a young developer, I am begging you to please not try to address situations and instead get a PR team. While this may seem very extra, having these people who specialize in this while you're not fully mature yet can completely save a game like this situation. The whole drama for the situation was that the developer didn't really get along with other people, and they weren't the best to work with. But instead of just, fixing that, or at least talking to them about it, they decided to release a whole video where people who wanted to be anonymous were outed anyways, and it was just a whole horrible situation overall. The YouTuber then deleted their video with all their accounts, all their socials, but it just shows how much things can spiral so fast if you don't have a plan. The game You vs. Homer, which has been blowing up, has gotten some small controversy about how the dev stated 13-year-olds should be able to tell when they're getting groomed, and how if they don't block, it's the parents' fault, and how the Discord team refuses to ban people in condo servers. Luckily, the team actually had a good response to it, and both these people are taking off, showing that there's actually a position where you could do something right. For Outcome Memories, I wouldn't even say that there was any truly evil people involved, and that they had a 100% chance of being avoided if a PR team existed. The last theory about the failure of ASYMs has to do with the ego of the creators. In specific, Doom by Fate's owner is a pretty bad person who mistreated their team, and the ego blocked good decisions from being made. This specific screenshot from Sharky Leo's video about Doom by Fate shows them perfectly how they had a taste of success and it instantly went to their head. While obviously other factors also played a part in the downfall, I've seen countless Roblox games not listen to their players and make horrible changes no one wants and ignore the criticisms since they believe they know all the answers. Be humble as a dev, since without the players and the community the people make up, you'll just be stuck. In order to make a successful Roblox game, you need that humility, and everything else will follow shortly. In a way, all three of these theories can be proven right and doomed by fate, since the team couldn't set the boundaries of being weird with children and condo-related things, and having horrible PR that made the situation even worse. And ending it off, the giant ego just got in the way, making this game basically dead. Similarly, outcome memories follow 2/3 of the theories too, just missing the first one, even though that's probably the most important one to avoid. So I guess, there are some silver linings. While this video was specifically designed to be a part of Roblox ASYMS, the more I thought about it, these theories apply to any Roblox game. And to be honest, it just kind of seems like ASYMS suffer more from them, since if you're already in the certain niche, you interact more with them. So it makes it seem like all ASYMS suffer, since that's what you're mostly seeing. I know some games off the top of my head, like Ink Games and Sorcery, suffered from some of these problems, like bad PR and not listening to their community. Both of these games are very hyped and had lots of people excited to try it, but getting crazy pay-to-win things in Ink Games killed it for a lot of people, and their egos and not listening cemented it further. For Sorcery, many people thought this dev was scamming, and many videos about this came out, and due to that, nobody really trusted the team and lost much of the community. To any Roblox dev out there, all I ask for you is to please get a PR team, kick problematic people from your team, and to respectfully learn boundaries as you grow up. Even though the age gap of 16 and 14 doesn't seem that odd, 18 and 16 is pushing it a little, and once the line is blurred, it'll make it even harder to define as time goes on. The thing that bothers me the most about all of this is that I've seen so many different games fall down this rabbit hole, whether they're made solely for profit or just for the enjoyment of the game, that there's so much dedication sometimes poured into it, either by the community or people working on the game themselves, like outcome memories specifically, since that's just as fresh situations happen, where so many people who did nothing wrong were affected so heavily, all because some people wanted some time in the spotlight by making a video that didn't even need to come out. That's why I decided to make this video, not as a threat to some people like, this will happen to you if you don't listen, but instead as a way to hopefully prevent it from happening, since so much passion can be lost in an instant if ignored. All three of these reasons are very easy to prevent, and I think that if you make any other mistakes, it is 100% able to be fixed with honesty and sincerity. I don't expect every game to be perfect, but I do expect them to strive to be better. After all, we are all humans, so even though some Roblox devs may have some crazy decisions, all that matters to me is that they're able to make up for it and not do anything too crazy, because there is a line that has to be drawn. So if any devs are still listening, make sure when you make a mistake to own up to it. That's the best thing you could do. Thanks for watching this far. I just have to put it out there that I'm trying to get to 100k by the end of the year, so please help me out and consider subbing since I'm almost halfway there. Liking the video and commenting also helps a ton for smaller channels. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!